What if everything you've been taught about reality is a lie? What if the world you see, the life you live, and the limits you accept are nothing more than shadows cast by a deeper truth, one you've been conditioned to ignore? Pause for a moment and ask yourself, have you ever felt there's something more, something hidden, just beyond your grasp, that nagging sense that you're meant for greatness, that you're not just a passenger in this life but the architect of your destiny? If that resonates, then you're ready. You're ready to uncover the forbidden manuscript, the ancient suppressed knowledge that reveals how to command your subconscious mind and reshape reality itself. But this journey demands courage. It demands you question everything. Are you in? Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Great Illusion. Welcome to the Forbidden Manuscript. Command your subconscious mind. This is not just a story, it's a revelation, a map to a power you've always had but were never taught to wield. For centuries, the greatest minds, philosophers, mystics, alchemists, and now modern scientists have guarded a secret. Your subconscious mind is the key to everything. Your wealth, your health, your relationships, your reality, they're all shaped not by the world out there, but by the world within you. This manuscript isn't a dusty book in some forgotten vault. It's a living truth, pieced together from the wisdom of ancient civilizations, the insights of quantum physics, and the cutting-edge discoveries of neuroscience. It's been suppressed, hidden, dismissed as nonsense by those who profit from your ignorance. But today, you're reclaiming it. You're stepping into your power as the hero of your own story, the creator of your own universe. Let's start by shattering the greatest illusion of all, the belief that you're powerless, that your life is dictated by circumstances, luck, or fate. Nothing could be further from the truth. You are not a victim of reality. You are its author. And the pen you wield is your subconscious mind. Picture reality as a canvas. Your conscious mind is the brush, dipping into the paints of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. But the masterpiece itself? That's crafted by your subconscious, the silent artist working behind the scenes, turning every stroke into the world you experience. The problem? Most of us have been handed the wrong paints. We've been taught to paint with fear, doubt, and limitation, creating lives that feel small, chaotic, or unfulfilling. But here's where it gets wild. Science backs this up. Quantum physics tells us that reality isn't fixed. It's a field of infinite possibilities, collapsing into form based on observation and intention. Dr. Joe Dispenza, a leading neuroscientist, points to studies showing that your thoughts can alter your brain's neural pathways, literally rewiring how you perceive and interact with the world. Ancient wisdom echoes this. The Hermetic texts, dating back thousands of years, declare, as within, so without. Your inner world shapes your outer world. Yet society has conditioned you to believe otherwise. From childhood, you're taught to focus on the external, grades, jobs, status, while your inner power, your subconscious, is left untapped. That's the great illusion. And today we're tearing it down. You are not a cog in someone else's machine. You are not a bystander in your own life. You are the alchemist, the sculptor, the creator. Your subconscious mind is like a supercomputer, running the program of your reality 24/7. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold, it's all code. And the beauty? You can rewrite it. You can command your subconscious to paint a new masterpiece, one of abundance, joy, and purpose. But it starts with awareness. You can't change what you don't see, so let's pull back the curtain and expose the illusion for what it is. Here's your first step to commanding your subconscious, a mental audit. This is a simple, powerful exercise to uncover the hidden beliefs shaping your reality. Grab a notebook or open a note on your phone. For the next 5 minutes, write down answers to these 3 questions. What do I believe about my ability to achieve my biggest dreams? What do I tell myself when I face a challenge or setback? What assumptions do I make about what's possible for me? Be brutally honest, don't filter, let the words spill out. For example, you might write, I believe I'll never be wealthy because I wasn't born into money, or I tell myself I'm not good enough when I fail. These are the paints your subconscious is using. By writing them down, you're shining a light on the code running your life. Once you've done this, read your answers aloud. Feel the weight of those words. Do they empower you or hold you back? This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. You can't rewrite the code until you know what's running. Keep this list. We'll revisit it later to transform those limiting beliefs into rocket fuel for your dreams. This isn't just feel-good advice. Neuroscience shows that your subconscious processes 11 million bits of information per second, while your conscious mind handles only about 40. That means 99.999% of your reality is shaped by a part of you that's operating on autopilot. Mystics have known this for millennia. The ancient Vedic texts describe the mind as a chariot with the subconscious as the horses pulling you toward your destiny. The question is, are those horses running wild, or are you holding the reins? Studies like those from the University of California show that repetitive thoughts, whether positive or negative, create neural pathways that become your brain's default. That's why you keep looping back to the same fears or habits. But here's the flip side. Neuroplasticity means you can rewire those pathways. You can train your subconscious to default to confidence, abundance, and possibility. The mental audit is your first step to taking the reins. Imagine your mind as a vast ocean. Your conscious thoughts are the waves on the surface, visible, fleeting, and small, but your subconscious, that's the deep current, the invisible force that shapes the tides of your life. For too long, you've let those currents pull you where they will. But now you're diving in. You're becoming the captain of this ship, steering it toward horizons you've only dreamed of. This chapter is just the beginning. You've glimpsed the illusion, the lie that you're powerless. You've taken the first step to commanding your subconscious with the mental audit, but the manuscript has more to reveal. Secrets that have been hidden for centuries, practices that will make you feel unstoppable. Are you ready to turn the page? In the next chapter, we'll uncover the key of vibration, how your emotions are the music of your reality, tuning your subconscious to attract what you desire or repel what you fear. Stay with me. This is where the real transformation begins. Hit that like button if you're ready to break free from the illusion, and subscribe to join the journey. You're not just watching, you're rewriting your story. Chapter 2. The Key of Vibration. You've taken the first step. You've glimpsed the great illusion, that lie that whispers you're powerless, that your life is just a roll of the dice. But now you're awake. You've done the mental audit, shining a light on the hidden beliefs, steering your reality. That was just the beginning. Now we're diving deeper into the Forbidden Manuscript, uncovering a truth so potent it's been whispered in secret for millennia. Your emotions are the music of your reality. They're the key of vibration, tuning your subconscious to either attract what you desire or repel it with fear. Are you ready to learn how to play this symphony? Let's turn the page. Imagine your life as a radio station. Your subconscious mind is the transmitter, broadcasting a signal 24/7. That signal? It's your emotions. Every feeling you hold, joy, fear, love, doubt, sends out a frequency that ripples into the universe, drawing experiences that match its tune. When you're vibrating with confidence, you attract opportunities, synchronicities, and people who lift you higher. But when you're stuck in fear or resentment, you pull in chaos, obstacles, and struggle. This isn't just poetic, it's physics. Quantum mechanics shows us that everything in the universe, from the stars to your thoughts, is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your emotions are the dial, tuning you into the reality you experience. The ancients knew this. In the mystery schools of Egypt, initiates were taught that emotions are the bridge between the physical and the divine. The Upanishads, sacred texts from ancient India, describe the universe as a cosmic dance of vibration, with your heart as the drumbeat. Fast forward to today, and science is catching up. Dr. Barbara MMA, a renowned psychologist, has shown that emotions like gratitude and joy trigger the release of dopamine and serotonin, rewiring your brain to perceive the world more positively. Negative emotions, on the other hand, strengthen neural pathways linked to stress and fear. Your emotional state doesn't just feel good or bad, it literally shapes the lens through which you see reality. But here's the kicker. Most of us are playing the wrong song. We let external events, traffic jams, arguments, setbacks, dictate our emotional frequency. We react instead of create. The Forbidden Manuscript teaches us to reverse this. You are not a puppet of circumstance. You are the composer of your inner symphony. By mastering your emotional vibration, you can tune your subconscious to align with abundance, love, and purpose. This chapter is about taking the conductor's baton and choosing the music of your soul. Let's talk about why this matters. Your subconscious doesn't speak in words, it speaks in feelings. When you're angry, it hears a jagged, dissonant chord and builds a reality to match. When you're inspired, it hears a soaring melody and creates synchronicities that feel like magic. The problem, most of us are stuck in low vibration loops, worry, self-doubt, comparison, because we've never been taught how to shift the dial. Society wants you to stay reactive, distracted, and disempowered, but you're not here for that. You're here to become the maestro of your mind. Let's get practical. You can start tuning your vibration right now with a simple sensory-rich exercise, the vibration shift ritual. This is a 3-minute practice you can do anywhere, anytime to recalibrate your emotional frequency. Here's how it works. Find your center, sit or stand in a quiet space. Close your eyes and take 5 deep breaths, feeling the air fill your lungs like a warm breeze filling a sail. Imagine your body as a tuning fork, ready to resonate with a new frequency. Choose your song. Think of a moment when you felt unstoppable, maybe a time you achieved something great, felt deeply loved, or stood in awe of the universe. Relive that moment in your mind. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the warmth or excitement in your body. Let that emotion swell until it fills every cell. Anchor the vibration. Place your hand on your heart and say aloud, I am the creator of my reality. I choose, insert emotion, joy, confidence, peace. Speak it with conviction. Feel the words vibrate through you like a bell ringing in a silent valley. Do this ritual every morning or whenever you feel your vibration dipping. It's like tuning a guitar before a performance. It sets the tone for everything that follows. Studies from Harvard show that intentional positive emotions can reduce stress hormones like cortisol by up to 50%, while increasing oxytocin, the bonding hormone that makes you feel connected to the world. The mystics would nod knowingly. The Sufi poet Rumi wrote, Beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. That field is your vibration, and you get to choose its frequency. But let's go deeper. Your emotions aren't just personal, they're universal. The concept of entrainment in physics shows that vibrating systems naturally align with stronger frequencies. Ever notice how a room full of happy people lifts your mood, or how one negative person can drag everyone down? Your emotional vibration doesn't just shape your reality, it influences the world around you. This is why the Forbidden Manuscript was kept hidden, a world full of people consciously tuning their vibrations to love, gratitude, and purpose. That's a world no one can control. That's a world of creators, not followers. Now, let's address the challenge. Staying high vibe isn't always easy. Life throws curveballs, bills, breakups, bad days. The key is to see these not as obstacles, but as invitations to practice your power. When you feel a low vibration creeping in, pause, breathe, ask yourself, what frequency am I broadcasting right now? Then use the vibration shift ritual to recalibrate. This isn't about ignoring reality, it's about reshaping it. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that the mind is the source of both bondage and liberation. Your emotions are the key to unlocking the latter. This isn't just theory. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychiatrist. In the darkest moments of a concentration camp, he chose to focus on love, meaning, and hope. He later wrote in Man's Search for Meaning that everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. That's the power of vibration. Even in the worst conditions, you can choose the frequency of your soul. Your subconscious is always listening, always broadcasting. Right now, it's picking up the signal of your emotions and painting your reality with them. What signal are you sending? Are you tuned to fear, or are you ready to play the music of possibility? This chapter is your invitation to become the composer. The vibration shift ritual is your first note. Practice it daily, and you'll start to notice the world bending to your melody, doors opening, connections forming, dreams manifesting. But the manuscript has more to reveal. The next chapter will show you how to harness the power of intention, turning your emotional vibrations into a laser-focused force of creation. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer, a creator, a force of nature. Hit that like button if you're ready to tune your soul to the frequency of greatness and subscribe to keep this journey alive. You're not just listening, you're composing the symphony of your life. Chapter 3: The Power of Intention, the Unknown. You've begun to see through the great illusion. You've felt the pulse of your emotions as the music of your reality, tuning your subconscious with the vibration shift ritual. But now we're stepping into a new layer of the Forbidden Manuscript, a layer so transformative it's been whispered about in sacred texts and scientific labs alike. This is the power of intention, the laser-focused force that turns your emotional vibrations into a blueprint for the life you desire. If your emotions are the music, intention is the composer's pen, writing the notes that shape your destiny. Are you ready to wield this power? Let's dive in. Imagine your mind as a vast cosmic architect studio. Your subconscious is the builder, tirelessly constructing the world you experience based on the plans you provide. Those plans, they're your intentions. Every thought you hold with clarity, every desire you focus on with purpose becomes a directive to your subconscious, a command to manifest. But here's the truth most people miss. Intention isn't just wishing. It's not hoping or daydreaming. It's a deliberate, fiery act of will, a decision to claim your role as the creator of your reality. When you set a clear intention, you're not asking the universe for permission, you're telling it what to do. This idea isn't new. The ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius believed that a focused mind could shape fate itself. In his meditations he wrote, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Thousands of years later, science is proving him right. Research from the University of Wisconsin shows that focused intention activates the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and goal-setting. This activation sends signals to your subconscious, prioritizing certain thoughts and filtering out distractions. It's like programming a GPS, set the destination, and your subconscious will find the path, even if it means rerouting through uncharted territory. But here's where most people stumble. Their intentions are muddy. They say, "I want to be successful, but what does that mean?" A vague intention is like handing your cosmic architect a blurry sketch. It can't build anything solid. The Forbidden Manuscript teaches that intention must be crystal clear, emotionally charged, and unwavering. It's not enough to want something. You must see it, feel it, and claim it as already yours. This is where the magic happens, where the line between dreamer and creator blurs. Let's make this real with a story. Consider Sarah, a single mother who felt trapped in a dead-end job. She was stuck in the illusion, believing her circumstances defined her future. But one day she stumbled across a tattered book in a used bookstore, a book that felt like a fragment of this very manuscript. It spoke of intention as a force of creation. Sarah decided to try it. She set a clear intention. "I am running my own business, helping others heal, and earning enough to give my kids a life of freedom." She didn't just think it, she visualized it daily, feeling the joy of signing her first client, the pride of paying her bills with ease. Within a year, she'd launched a wellness coaching business, quit her job, and was living her intention. Was it easy? No. But her clarity of purpose turned her subconscious into an unstoppable ally, aligning opportunities, ideas, and people to her vision. You are no different from Sarah. You have the same power. Your subconscious is waiting for your command, but it needs a clear signal. That's where intention comes in. It's the spark that ignites your emotional vibrations into a flame of creation. The ancient Kabbalists called this kavana, the focused will that aligns the soul with the divine. Modern science calls it neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated intentional focus. Both are saying the same thing. You are the architect, and your intention is the blueprint. Let's get practical with your second exercise. The Intention Blueprint. This is a 5-minute daily practice to sharpen your focus and program your subconscious for success. Here's how it works. Define your vision. Sit in a quiet space and write down one specific intention. Make it vivid and measurable. Instead of, "I want to be happy," write, "I am waking up every morning feeling energized, surrounded by people who inspire me and working on projects that light me up." Be specific. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the textures of this reality. Feel it now. Close your eyes and imagine your intention as if it's already happened. If your intention is to run a successful business, picture yourself in your office, shaking hands with a client, checking your bank account with a smile. Let the emotions, joy, pride, gratitude flood your body. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, so give it a vivid movie to work with. Idiot, declare it. Speak your intention aloud, starting with I am. Say it with conviction, like you're announcing it to the universe. For example, I am living in a home filled with love, abundance, and peace. Repeat it 3 times, letting the words vibrate through you like a drumbeat. Act as if, take one small action today that aligns with your intention. If your intention is financial freedom, research a new skill or reach out to a mentor. If it's better health, take a walk or cook a nourishing meal. These actions send a signal to your subconscious, this is real, get to work. Do this every day for a week, and you'll feel a shift. Your intention will start to feel less like a dream and more like a promise. Studies from Stanford University show that visualization combined with action strengthens neural connections in the brain's reward system, making you more motivated and focused over time. The mystics would say you're aligning your soul with the universe's infinite potential. Either way, you're building a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. But let's address the resistance. Doubt will creep in. That voice in your head will whisper, this is too big, or you're not ready. That's the old programming talking, the illusion trying to pull you back. Here's how you fight it. Return to your intention. Write it again. Feel it again. Declare it again. The Tao Te Ching says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Every time you focus your intention, you're taking that step, you're telling your subconscious, this is my truth. This power isn't just for the chosen few. It's not reserved for mystics or millionaires. It's yours, right now. Think of Nelson Mandela, who held a vision of freedom through decades of imprisonment. His intention wasn't just a thought. It was a force that reshaped a nation. Your intentions can reshape your world. They can turn chaos into clarity, lack into abundance, fear into courage. But you must choose them wisely and hold them fiercely. Your subconscious is like a faithful servant, waiting for your command. Right now, it's building your reality based on the intentions you've set, consciously or not. What blueprint are you giving it? Are you letting old fears draw the lines? Or are you ready to design a masterpiece? The intention blueprint is your tool to start now. Practice it, live it, and watch your world transform. The manuscript has more to reveal. In the next chapter, we'll explore the art of belief, how to rewrite the stories in your subconscious that keep you stuck. You're not just a creator, you're a storyteller, and your life is the story you choose to tell. Hit that like button if you're ready to claim your power of intention, and subscribe to keep writing your masterpiece. This is your journey, and it's only getting started. Chapter 4, The Art of Belief. You've pierced the veil of the great illusion, tuned your emotions with the key of vibration, and set a blazing intention to shape your reality. But now we're diving into the heart of the Forbidden Manuscript, a truth so potent it's been both revered and feared across centuries. Your beliefs are the foundation of your reality. They're the stories your subconscious tells itself, the invisible scaffolding that holds up every experience you have. If you want to command your subconscious, you must master the art of belief. This isn't about blind faith or wishful thinking, it's about crafting the narrative that defines your life. You're not just the architect of your reality, you're its storyteller. Are you ready to rewrite the script? Let's begin. Picture your mind as a vast library filled with countless books, each one a belief you've collected over time. Some of these books were written by you, but most were handed to you by others. Parents, teachers, society, even your own past failures. These books tell stories like, I'm not good enough, money is hard to come by, or I can't trust anyone. Your subconscious, like a diligent librarian, pulls these books off the shelf every day, using them to write the chapters of your life. The result? You live the same story on repeat, wondering why nothing changes. But here's the secret the Forbidden Manuscript reveals. You can rewrite those books. You can choose the stories you tell. And when you do, your reality shifts to match. This isn't just a metaphor, it's backed by science. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, one of the most studied psychological frameworks, shows that beliefs shape perception. A 2018 study from the University of Oxford found that people who actively challenge negative beliefs, replacing them with empowering ones, experience measurable changes in brain activity, particularly in the amygdala, the brain's emotional center. This rewiring reduces anxiety and increases resilience. The ancients knew this intuitively. The Buddhist concept of samskara describes mental imprints, beliefs that shape your experience of reality. Change the imprint, and you change the world you see. But beliefs aren't just thoughts you nod at, they're convictions you feel in your bones. They're the lens through which your subconscious filters every decision, opportunity, and outcome. If you believe deep down that you're destined to struggle, your subconscious will find ways to make that true, filtering out possibilities that don't match the story. If you believe you're capable of greatness, it will seek out paths to make that real. The Forbidden Manuscript teaches that beliefs are not passive, they're active commands to your subconscious, programming the reality you live in. Let's ground this with a story. Meet James, a man who grew up hearing he'd never amount to anything. His parents, teachers, and even his early failures wrote a book in his mental library titled "You're Not Enough." By his 30s, James was stuck in a cycle of dead-end jobs and broken dreams. Convinced it was his fate, then he stumbled across a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in a podcast. It challenged him to rewrite his story. James started small, telling himself, "I am capable of learning and growing." He didn't just think it, he felt it, repeating it daily while visualizing himself thriving. Over time, he enrolled in night classes, landed a better job, and eventually started his own company. The shift wasn't magic, it was the art of belief. By rewriting his story, James reprogrammed his subconscious, and his reality followed. You are James. You're carrying books in your mental library that no longer serve you. Some were written in childhood, others in moments of pain or doubt. But you're not bound by them. You're the author, and the art of belief is your craft. The question is, what story do you want to tell? One of limitation or one of limitless possibility? Let's make this practical with your third exercise, the Belief Rewrite Practice. This is a 10-minute daily ritual to replace one limiting belief with an empowering one, rewiring your subconscious for transformation. Here's how it works. Identify the old story. Return to your mental audit from chapter 1. Pick one limiting belief that feels heavy, like "I'm not good enough," or "success is for other people." Write it down and ask yourself, where did this come from? Was it a parent's voice? A past failure? Naming its source loosens its grip, and craft the new story. Write a new belief that feels bold but believable. For example, if your old belief is "I'm not good enough," your new belief might be "I am worthy of success and growing every day." Make it specific and positive, focusing on what you want, not what you don't. Feel the shift. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living this new belief. If it's "I am worthy of success," see yourself confidently presenting an idea, receiving praise, or celebrating a win. Feel the emotions, pride, joy, freedom, as vividly as possible. Your subconscious thrives on feeling, so give it a powerful scene to anchor to. Affirm and act. Speak your new belief aloud, starting with "I am" or "I choose." For example, "I choose to believe I am worthy of success." Say it 5 times, letting the words sink into your body like sunlight soaking into the earth. Then, take one small action that aligns with this belief. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, signing up for a course, or simply standing taller. Action seals the belief into your subconscious. Do this daily for at least 21 days. Why 21? Research from University College London suggests it takes about 3 weeks to form new neural pathways, though the real magic is consistency. The mystics would agree. The Tibetan Book of the Dead speaks of mind seeds that grow into reality through repeated focus. Each time you practice this ritual, you're planting a new seed, rewriting the books in your mental library. Now, let's address the resistance. Rewriting beliefs isn't always smooth. Your old stories will fight to stay on the shelf. They'll whisper, "This is who you are," or "Don't get your hopes up." That's your subconscious clinging to familiarity, even if it's painful. The trick is persistence. Every time you choose the new belief, you weaken the old one. Think of it like carving a river through stone. Each drop of water seems small, but over time it shapes canyons. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Your beliefs are that power. This art isn't just personal, it's universal. Your beliefs ripple outward, shaping how others see you and how the world responds. Ever notice how confident people seem to attract opportunities like magnets? That's their subconscious broadcasting a story of worthiness, and the universe answering the call. The ancient alchemists believed that transforming the self transforms the world, a principle echoed in quantum entanglement, where connected systems influence each other instantly, no matter the distance. Your beliefs don't just change you, they change the energy around you. Consider the story of Malala Yousafzai. As a young girl in Pakistan, she held a belief that education was her right, despite a culture that told her otherwise. That belief wasn't just a thought, it was a force. It drove her to speak out, to survive an assassination attempt, and to inspire a global movement. Her subconscious, fueled by that belief, turned her into a catalyst for change. Your beliefs can do the same. They can turn you from a bystander into a force of nature. Right now, your subconscious is reading the books in your mental library, building your reality page by page. What stories are you letting it read? Are they tales of lack and limitation, or epic sagas of courage and possibility? The belief rewrite practice is your pen. Use it to craft a story worthy of the hero you are. The manuscript is far from finished. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the alchemy of visualization, how to paint vivid pictures in your subconscious that manifest as reality. You're not just a storyteller, you're a visionary, and your life is the canvas. Hit that like button if you're ready to rewrite your beliefs, and subscribe to keep crafting your epic. This journey is yours, and it's only getting bolder. Chapter 5: The Alchemy of Visualization. You've shattered the illusion, tuned your emotions, set a blazing intention, and begun rewriting the stories of your beliefs. Now we're stepping into a sacred chamber of the Forbidden Manuscript, a realm where imagination becomes creation. This is the alchemy of visualization, the art of painting vivid pictures in your subconscious that manifest as your reality. Your mind is not just a thinker, it's a projector, casting images onto the screen of the universe. When you master visualization, you don't just dream, you sculpt your destiny with the precision of an artist and the power of a sorcerer. Are you ready to wield this magic? Let's dive into the canvas of your mind. Imagine your subconscious as a master filmmaker, producing the movie of your life. Every thought, every image you hold in your mind is a frame in that film. Most people let their subconscious play a default reel, scenes of worry, lack, or past failures, because they've never been taught to direct the show. But the Forbidden Manuscript reveals a truth known to ancient sages and modern innovators alike. Visualization is the director's chair. When you vividly imagine your desires as if they're already real, you send a clear script to your subconscious, and it gets to work building that reality. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a deliberate act of creation, backed by science and steeped in ancient wisdom. Let's start with the science. Your brain is a marvel of design, but it doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. Studies from the University of Chicago show that when athletes visualize performing a task, like shooting a basketball, their brain's motor cortex activates almost identically as when they physically do it. This is why elite performers, from Olympic champions to top CEOs, use visualization to prime their minds for success. The brain rewires itself through a process called neuroplasticity, strengthening neural pathways that align with the images you focus on. In other words, what you see in your mind's eye becomes the blueprint your subconscious follows. The ancients understood this as a mystical art. In the Vedic traditions of India, yogis practiced dhyana, deep meditative visualization, to align their consciousness with the divine. The Egyptian priests used inner seeing to commune with the gods, believing that a clear mental image could bridge the physical and spiritual worlds. The Forbidden Manuscript stitches these threads together, showing that visualization is both a science and a sacred act. It's the alchemy of turning thought into reality, like a painter bringing a blank canvas to life with every stroke. But here's the catch: visualization isn't just daydreaming. It's not enough to vaguely picture a better life. The images must be vivid, sensory rich, and emotionally charged. Your subconscious doesn't respond to fuzzy sketches. It craves high-definition, full-color surround sound experiences. When you visualize, you're not just thinking, you're living the moment. You're feeling the warmth of success, hearing the applause of achievement, tasting the sweetness of freedom. This is where the magic happens, where the line between imagination and reality dissolves. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Aisha, a young artist who felt stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. She dreamed of showcasing her work in galleries, but believed she wasn't good enough for the art world. One day she stumbled across a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in an old journal, urging her to visualize her dreams as if they were already true. Aisha started small. Every night she closed her eyes and pictured herself standing in a gallery, her paintings glowing under soft lights, collectors nodding in awe. She felt the pride in her chest, heard the clink of glasses at the opening, smelled the fresh paint on the walls. She didn't just see it, she lived it. Within months, she submitted her work to a local gallery, got accepted, and sold her first piece. Visualization didn't just boost her confidence, it rewrote her reality, aligning opportunities to her inner vision. You are Aisha. Your subconscious is waiting for your direction, ready to project the movie you choose. But too often, we let fear or distraction write the script. Images of failure, rejection, or what if. The Forbidden Manuscript challenges you to take the director's chair. To paint a vision so vivid, so real, that your subconscious has no choice but to make it happen. Let's get practical with your fourth exercise, the Vision Alchemy Ritual. This is a 10-minute daily practice to harness the power of visualization and program your subconscious for manifestation. Here's how it works. Set the scene. Find a quiet space where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take 5 deep breaths, imagining each breath as a golden light filling your body. This grounds you, preparing your mind to create. Choose your vision. Pick one specific goal tied to your intention from Chapter 3. Maybe it's a thriving career, a loving relationship, or vibrant health. See it clearly in your mind. If it's a career, picture yourself in your ideal workspace. Maybe a sleek office or a cozy studio. What's on the walls? What's the view? Who's with you? Engage all senses. Make the vision come alive. See the details, the colors, the lighting, the textures. Hear the sounds, maybe laughter, applause, or the hum of a bustling office. Feel the sensations, the warmth of a handshake, the weight of a pen signing a contract. Smell the air, fresh coffee, flowers, or the crispness of a new day. Taste the moment, maybe the sip of champagne celebrating your success. The more sensory, the more real it feels to your subconscious. Amplify the emotion. As you hold the vision, let the emotions flood in. Feel the joy, pride, or peace of this moment. Let it radiate through your body like a warm wave. Your subconscious is most receptive when emotions are high, so make this moment electric. Anchor it. Place one hand on your heart and say aloud, "This is my reality. I am living this now." Repeat it 3 times, letting the words resonate like a bell. Then, open your eyes and write down one small action you can take today to move toward this vision. Maybe researching a skill, reaching out to a contact, or creating something small. Action locks the vision into your subconscious. Do this ritual daily, ideally in the morning or before bed when your subconscious is most open. Research from the Journal of Neuroscience suggests that vivid mental imagery, paired with emotion, strengthens neural connections in the brain's visual and emotional centers, making your goals feel more attainable over time. The mystics would call this seeding the ether, planting your vision in the universal field of possibility. Either way, you're directing your subconscious to project a new reality. Now, let's tackle the resistance. Visualization can feel awkward at first. Your mind might wander, or that inner critic might scoff. This is silly. That's just the old programming trying to keep you in the default reel. Push through. The more you practice, the sharper your visions become. Think of it like training a muscle. Each session makes you stronger. The Tao Te Ching reminds us, the softest things in the world overcome the hardest. Your gentle but persistent visualizations can reshape even the most stubborn realities. This isn't just for personal gain, it's a universal force. Your visions ripple outward, inspiring others, Think of Walt Disney, who visualized a world of magic and wonder when others saw only cartoons. His mental images built an empire that still sparks joy across generations. Or consider the ancient shamans who visualized healing for their tribes, believing their inner visions could shift physical reality. Your visions don't just change you. They change the world. But here's the deeper truth. Visualization isn't about forcing outcomes. It's about aligning with your highest self. When you visualize, you're not just picturing a new car or a corner office. You're seeing the version of you who's confident, purposeful, and free. That's the real alchemy. The external rewards are just the set dressing. The true transformation is who you become. Let's go deeper with another layer of this practice. Once a week, expand your vision alchemy ritual into a future self-meditation. Spend 15 minutes visualizing not just one goal, but your entire life 5 years from now. See yourself at your peak, healthy, fulfilled, surrounded by love and purpose. Walk through your day as this future self. What do you do when you wake up? Who do you talk to? How do you feel? Write down what you see, then revisit it weekly to refine the details. This practice, inspired by Dr. Daniel Gilbert's research on prospection, trains your brain to prioritize long-term goals over short-term distractions. The mystics would say you're communing with your soul's destiny. Your subconscious is always projecting something. Right now, it's playing a movie based on the images you've fed it, consciously or not. Are those images of fear and limitation, or are they scenes of triumph and possibility? The vision alchemy ritual and future self-meditation are your tools to take the director's chair. Use them to craft a blockbuster life. The manuscript has more secrets to unveil. In the next chapter, we'll explore the rhythm of gratitude, how this simple emotion can amplify your manifestations and unlock doors you didn't even know existed. You're not just a visionary, you're a magnet for miracles. Hit that like button if you're ready to paint your reality with bold visions, and subscribe to keep this journey alive. Your life is the canvas, and you're holding the brush. Chapter 6. The Rhythm of Gratitude. You've pierced the illusion, tuned your emotions, set clear intentions, rewritten your beliefs, and painted vivid visions in your subconscious. Now we're stepping into a radiant chamber of the Forbidden Manuscript, a place where a single emotion can amplify your power to manifest like nothing else. This is the rhythm of gratitude, a force so potent it's been called the heartbeat of the universe. Gratitude isn't just saying thank you for what you have, it's a dynamic, magnetic energy that aligns your subconscious with abundance, opens doors you didn't know existed, and transforms you into a magnet for miracles. Are you ready to dance to this rhythm? Let's step into its flow. Picture your life as a river, flowing endlessly toward your desires. Your intentions and visualizations are the current, guiding the river's path. But gratitude, it's the rain that swells the river, making it unstoppable. When you feel gratitude, you're not just appreciating what's in front of you, you're sending a signal to your subconscious that says, "More of this, please." You're telling the universe you're already rich, already blessed, already whole, and in that moment, you become a beacon for more. This isn't just a feel-good idea, it's a universal law woven into the fabric of reality. Science backs this up. Studies from the University of California, Davis show that practicing gratitude increases activity in the brain's prefrontal cortex, the area tied to decision-making and positive emotions. People who keep gratitude journals report higher levels of optimism, better sleep, and even stronger immune systems. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that gratitude activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and making you more open to opportunities. The ancients knew this long before brain scans. The Sufi mystic Rumi wrote, "Wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life." In the Forbidden Manuscript, gratitude is the golden thread that ties your inner world to the outer, amplifying every intention and vision you've set. But let's be clear, gratitude isn't about pretending everything's perfect. It's not about ignoring pain or forcing a smile when life feels heavy. True gratitude is deeper. It's finding the spark of possibility in every moment, even the hard ones. It's recognizing that every experience, good or bad, is a teacher, shaping you into the hero of your story. When you approach life with this mindset, your subconscious shifts from scarcity to abundance, from fear to trust. You start to see the world not as a battleground, but as a treasure chest, overflowing with gifts waiting to be claimed. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet David, a teacher who felt trapped in a cycle of burnout and financial strain. He resented his long hours and low pay, believing life was unfair. Then he encountered a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in a workshop. The facilitator challenged him to practice gratitude, not just for the good things, but for everything, even the struggle. David started small, writing down 3 things each day he was thankful for: a student's smile, a warm meal, the chance to learn from hardship. At first it felt forced, but over weeks something shifted. He noticed opportunities. A colleague offered to collaborate on a side project, a grant came through for his school, and he felt a renewed sense of purpose. Gratitude didn't just change his mood, it rewired his subconscious, opening his eyes to possibilities he'd been too bitter to see. You are David. Your life right now is brimming with gifts you might not yet notice. The Forbidden Manuscript teaches that gratitude is the key to unlocking them. It's not passive appreciation, it's an active choice to vibrate at the frequency of abundance. When you do, your subconscious takes note, aligning your reality with more of what you're grateful for. The Tao Te Ching says, when you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. That's the power of gratitude. It makes you rich before the wealth arrives, loved before the relationship forms, whole before the healing completes. Let's make this practical with your 5th exercise, the Gratitude Pulse Practice. This is a 10-minute daily ritual to infuse your subconscious with the rhythm of gratitude, amplifying your manifestations. Here's how it works. Center yourself, find a quiet space, and take 5 deep breaths, imagining each inhale as a wave of golden light filling your chest. This calms your mind and opens your heart, preparing you to receive. Reflect on 3 gifts. Write down 3 things you're grateful for today. They can be big, a promotion, a loved one, or small, a warm coffee, a kind word. For each, go deeper. Write why you're grateful and how it makes you feel. For example, I'm grateful for my morning walk because it gave me clarity and filled me with peace. Embrace the challenges. Write down 1 challenge you're facing, a bill, a conflict, a fear, then find something in it to be grateful for. Maybe a tough day taught you resilience, or a setback showed you what you don't want. Write, I'm grateful for this challenge because it's teaching me, insert lesson. This rewires your subconscious to see obstacles as opportunities. Feel the pulse, close your eyes, and revisit your 3 gifts and 1 challenge. Picture them as glowing orbs in your chest, pulsing with warmth. Feel gratitude expand like a heartbeat, radiating through your body and out into the world. Let it feel alive, electric, unstoppable. Declare and act. Say aloud, I am grateful for all that is and all that is coming. I am a magnet for abundance. Repeat it 3 times, letting the words resonate like a drum. Then take 1 small action to honor your gratitude. Maybe thank someone, share a kind word, or do something that aligns with your vision. Action seals the energy. Do this ritual daily, ideally in the evening, to reflect on your day. Over time, you'll notice a shift. Your subconscious will start seeking out reasons to be grateful, rewiring your perception to focus on abundance. The mystics called this living in the flow, where gratitude aligns you with the universe's rhythm. Science agrees. A 2019 study from Yale found that gratitude practices increase neural sensitivity to positive experiences, making you more likely to notice and attract them. But resistance will come. On tough days, gratitude can feel like a chore. Your mind might grumble, what's there to be thankful for? That's the old scarcity programming fighting back. Push through by starting small. Find 1 thing, even if it's just being alive. The Bhagavad Gita teaches, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, but by constant practice, it can be subdued. Each gratitude pulse is a step toward mastery. Gratitude's power goes beyond you. It's contagious. When you radiate gratitude, you lift the energy of everyone around you. Think of Mother Teresa, who found joy in serving the poorest of the poor. Her gratitude for life's purpose transformed millions, proving that 1 person's vibration can ripple across the world. Quantum physics supports this with the concept of resonance. Vibrating systems align with each other. Your gratitude doesn't just change your reality, it inspires others to find theirs. Let's go deeper with a weekly practice. The gratitude letter. Once a week, write a letter to someone or something you're grateful for, a person, a past version of yourself, even the universe. Pour your heart into it, describing what they've given you and how it's shaped you. You don't have to send it, though you can. The act of writing anchors gratitude in your subconscious, making it a living force. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that writing gratitude letters boosts happiness for up to 6 months. The mystics would say you're weaving a thread of light into the cosmic tapestry. Gratitude isn't a one-time act, it's a rhythm, a pulse, a way of being. Right now, your subconscious is listening to the energy you're emitting. Is it a drumbeat of lack or a symphony of abundance? The gratitude pulse practice and gratitude letter are your instruments. Play them boldly and watch your life become a masterpiece of miracles. The manuscript has more to unveil. In the next chapter, we'll explore the secret of surrender, how letting go can supercharge your manifestations and align you with the universe's flow. You're not just a magnet, you're a river flowing toward destiny. Hit that like button if you're ready to pulse with gratitude and subscribe to keep this journey alive. Your life is a symphony and you're writing the score. Chapter 7. The Secret of Surrender. You've torn through the illusion, tuned your emotions, set intentions, rewritten beliefs, painted vivid visions, and pulsed with gratitude. Each step has brought you closer to commanding your subconscious, to wielding the power of the Forbidden Manuscript. Now, we're stepping into a paradox, a truth so subtle yet so powerful it's been misunderstood for centuries. This is the secret of surrender, the art of letting go to let in. It's not about giving up, it's about releasing resistance and aligning with the universe's flow, allowing your subconscious to manifest with effortless grace. Surrender is the final ingredient in the alchemy of creation. The moment you step back and let the masterpiece unfold, are you ready to release the reins and trust the process? Let's dive in. Picture your life as a dance with the universe. Your intentions, visualizations, and gratitude are your steps, moving you toward your desires. But if you grip the dance too tightly, clinging to how or when it should happen, you stumble. Surrender is the moment you relax into the rhythm, trusting the universe to lead while you follow. It's not passivity, it's active trust, a conscious choice to let go of control without letting go of faith. When you surrender, you tell your subconscious, I've done my part. Now, bring it to life. This opens a channel for miracles, synchronicities, and outcomes beyond what you could plan. Science illuminates this paradox. Neuropsychology shows that overthinking, clinging to control, activates the brain's stress response, flooding your system with cortisol and narrowing your focus. This blocks creativity and problem solving, keeping your subconscious stuck in survival mode. But when you relax, your brain shifts into a state called the default mode network, where intuition, insight, and creativity flourish. A 2021 study from MIT found that moments of relaxed awareness, like during meditation or daydreaming, spark aha moments by connecting disparate neural networks. Surrender, in other words, primes your subconscious to find paths you couldn't force. The ancients revered this principle. In Zen Buddhism, the concept of wu-wei, effortless action, teaches that true power comes from aligning with the natural flow, not fighting it. The ancient Greeks spoke of kairos, the perfect moment when opportunity aligns with readiness. The Forbidden Manuscript weaves these threads into a single truth. Surrender is the bridge between your inner work and the universe's response. It's the act of planting a seed and trusting it will grow, without digging it up to check its progress. Let's ground this with a story. Meet Eleanor, a writer who dreamed of publishing a novel but was paralyzed by perfectionism. She obsessed over every word, fearing it wasn't good enough. Deadlines passed, and her dream stayed locked in her laptop. Then she found a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in a meditation retreat. The teacher spoke of surrender, not as defeat, but as trust in the process. Elena decided to try it. She set an intention to finish her book, visualized its success, and practiced gratitude for her creativity. Then she let go. She stopped obsessing over the perfect draft and submitted her manuscript to publishers. Within months, she got a deal, not because her work was flawless, but because she trusted the flow. Surrender didn't make her passive, it made her unstoppable. You are Eleanor. Your subconscious is ready to work miracles, but it needs space to breathe. When you cling to outcomes, how your dream job should look, when your soulmate should arrive, you create resistance, like static jamming a radio signal. Surrender clears the static. It's saying, I trust my intentions, my visions, my gratitude. I trust the universe to deliver in ways I can't yet see. This trust rewires your subconscious to stay open, flexible, and receptive to possibilities beyond your imagination. Let's make this practical with your sixth exercise, the Surrender Flow Ritual. This is a 10-minute daily practice to release resistance and align your subconscious with the universe's rhythm. Here's how it works. Ground yourself. Sit in a quiet space, feet flat on the floor, hands resting on your thighs. Take 6 deep breaths, imagining each exhale releasing tension like leaves falling from a tree. Feel your body soften, your mind quiet. Revisit your intention. Call to mind the intention you set in Chapter 3. See it clearly. Your dream career, vibrant health, loving relationship. Hold it lightly like a butterfly on your palm, not a weight in your fist. Release the how. Close your eyes and visualize your intention as a glowing orb, floating upward into a vast starry sky. Say aloud or in your mind, I release how and when this will happen. I trust the universe to deliver. Feel the relief of letting go, like untying a knot in your chest. Embrace trust. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a river, watching your intention flow downstream. Trust that it's moving toward you, even if you can't see the path. Feel a wave of peace wash over you, knowing the universe is conspiring in your favor. Take inspired action. Surrender doesn't mean sitting still. It means acting from trust, not fear. Write down one small intuitive action you can take today that feels aligned with your intention. Maybe it's sending an email, taking a walk to clear your mind, or saying yes to an unexpected opportunity. Act without forcing, like a dancer following the musics. Practice this ritual daily, ideally after your gratitude pulse from Chapter 6. Over time, you'll feel lighter, more open, as your subconscious learns to trust the process. A 2022 study in Nature Neuroscience suggests that mindfulness practices like surrendering control reduce activity in the brain's fear centers, making you more receptive to creative solutions. The mystics would call this dancing with the divine, letting go to let in. Resistance will arise. Your mind might scream, if I let go, nothing will happen. That's the ego, desperate to control. Counter it by returning to the ritual. Visualize that river, feel that trust. The I Ching, an ancient Chinese text, says, when the way is clear, advance. When it is blocked, retreat. Surrender is the retreat that prepares you to advance. It's not giving up, it's giving over, handing the reins to a wiser force. Surrender's power ripples beyond you. When you let go, you inspire others to do the same. Think of Martin Luther King Jr., who held a vision of equality but surrendered the how to a movement larger than himself. His trust in the collective dream changed history. Or consider quantum physics observer effect, where the act of observing influences reality. Your surrender shifts the energy around you, creating space for synchronicities to unfold. For a deeper practice, try the Surrender Journal once a week. Write a letter to the universe, expressing your intention and then releasing it. For example, Dear Universe, I intend to live a life of purpose and abundance. I trust you to bring this in the perfect way and time. Describe what you're letting go of, doubts, timelines, fears. Then burn or bury the letter safely as a symbolic release. Research from the University of Texas shows that expressive writing reduces stress and clarifies goals. The mystics would say you're offering your intention to the cosmic fire, letting it transform into reality. Surrender is the paradox that completes your power. It's the moment you stop wrestling the universe and start dancing with it. Right now, your subconscious is waiting for your signal. Control or trust. The Surrender Flow Ritual and Journal are your tools to choose trust. Use them and watch the universe deliver in ways you never imagined. In the next chapter, we'll uncover the force of alignment, how to sync your thoughts, emotions, and actions into a unified current that pulls your dreams to you. You're not just a river, you're a force of nature. Hit that like button if you're ready to surrender to the flow and subscribe to keep this journey alive. Your destiny is waiting, and you're ready to meet it. Chapter 8, The Force of Alignment. You've shattered the illusion, tuned your emotions, set intentions, rewritten beliefs, painted visions, pulsed with gratitude, and embraced the paradox of surrender. Each step has forged you into a master of your subconscious, a creator wielding the forbidden manuscript secrets. Now we're stepping into a radiant truth, a force that binds all these practices into a single unstoppable current. This is the force of alignment, the art of syncing your thoughts, emotions, and actions into a unified flow that pulls your dreams to you like a magnet. Alignment isn't just focus, it's harmony, the moment your entire being sings the same song. Are you ready to become a symphony of creation? Let's step into the current dot. Imagine your life as a riverbed, carved to guide the flow of water toward the sea. Your thoughts are the water, your emotions the current, and your actions the banks that shape its path. When these are aligned, when your thoughts, feelings, and deeds all point to the same destination, the river surges forward, unstoppable. But when they're misaligned, the water scatters, pooling in eddies of doubt, fear, or indecision. Alignment is the act of bringing every part of you into harmony, turning your subconscious into a laser-focused force that shapes reality with precision. This is where the Forbidden Manuscript's power peaks, where you become not just a creator, but a force of nature. Science reveals why alignment is so potent. Neuropsychology shows that when your thoughts, emotions, and actions are congruent, your brain operates at peak efficiency. A 2023 study from Stanford University found that aligned mental states, where beliefs match emotions and actions, activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and enhancing focus and motivation. This creates a feedback loop. Aligned thoughts reinforce positive emotions, which drive inspired actions, which strengthen your subconscious programming. Misalignment, on the other hand, triggers cognitive dissonance, a state of mental tension that saps energy and clouds clarity. Alignment is like tuning an instrument. Every string must resonate together to create music. The ancients understood this as a sacred principle. In the Hindu tradition, the concept of dharma, living in harmony with your purpose, teaches that alignment with your true self aligns you with the universe. The ancient alchemists spoke of coincidentia oppositorum, the union of opposites, where mind, heart, and action merge into a single force. The Forbidden Manuscript distills this wisdom. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are one, your subconscious becomes a conduit for the universe's infinite potential, manifesting your intentions with breathtaking speed. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Ravi, a musician who dreamed of performing on a global stage but was stuck playing small gigs, plagued by self-doubt. He thought he could succeed, but his emotions wavered with fear, and his actions, skipping practice, avoiding auditions, didn't match his dream. Then he stumbled across a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in a mentor's advice. Align your mind, heart, and hands. Ravi took it to heart. He clarified his thought. I am a world-class performer. He fueled it with emotion, visualizing sold-out crowds and feeling the thrill of the stage. He aligned his actions, practicing daily and submitting audition tapes. Within a year, he landed a spot in an international music festival. Alignment didn't just change his career, it transformed him into the version of himself he'd always sensed was possible. You are Ravi. Right now, your subconscious is listening to the signals you send through your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Are they singing in harmony, or are they a jumbled chord? Maybe you think, I want to be healthy, but feel discouraged and skip workouts. Or you intend to build wealth, but act out of fear, hoarding instead of investing. Misalignment is like rowing a boat with one oar. You spin in circles. Alignment is rowing with both, gliding toward your destination. Let's make this practical with your 7th exercise, the alignment triad practice. This is a 15-minute daily ritual to sync your thoughts, emotions, and actions, turning your subconscious into a magnet for your dreams. Here's how it works. Clarify your thought. Sit in a quiet space and write one clear thought tied to your intention from Chapter 3. For example, I am building a thriving business that inspires others. Be specific and positive, framing it as if it's happening now. This is the thought that sets the direction. Fuel the emotion. Close your eyes and visualize this thought as a reality. See yourself living it, maybe shaking hands with clients or creating a product. Engage all senses. Hear the buzz of your workspace. Feel the confidence in your chest. Smell the air of success. Let the emotion, joy, excitement, peace flood your body. This charges your subconscious with feeling. Align the action. Write down one action you can take today that matches this thought and emotion. If your thought is about a thriving business, maybe it's designing a logo, contacting a potential partner, or learning a new skill, make it specific and doable. Then Do it carrying the emotion with you. For example, feel the excitement of your vision while sending that email. Check the triad. Before bed, reflect, did my thoughts, emotions, and actions align today? If not, where did they stray? Write a short note like, my thoughts wandered to doubt, but tomorrow I'll focus on confidence. This reflection strengthens your subconscious awareness. Affirm the harmony. Stand tall and say aloud, my thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned. I am creating my reality now. Repeat it 3 times, feeling the words vibrate like a tuning fork. This seals the triad in your subconscious. Practice this daily, ideally in the morning, to set your day's tone. Over time, you'll feel a shift. Your thoughts will grow clearer, your emotions steadier, your actions more purposeful. A 2020 study in Nature Communications found that consistent alignment between intention and behavior strengthens neural pathways in the brain's executive control regions, improving decision-making. The mystics would call this living in truth, where every part of you moves as one dot. Resistance will test you. Your mind might drift to old patterns, or emotions like fear might pull you off course. When this happens, pause, breathe, return to the alignment triad. The Confucian philosopher Mencius said, the mind that is not swayed is like a still lake reflecting the heavens. Alignment is your still lake, reflecting your highest vision. This force extends beyond you. When you're aligned, you radiate clarity, inspiring others. Think of Elon Musk, whose thoughts, emotions, and actions align around audacious goals, like colonizing Mars. His alignment doesn't just shape his reality, it shifts industries. Or consider the Vedic concept of Loka Sangraha, acting for the world's benefit. Your alignment doesn't just manifest your dreams, it uplifts everyone around you like a tide raising all boats. For a deeper practice, try the alignment audit once a week. Spend 20 minutes reviewing your week. Where were your thoughts, emotions, and actions in sync? Where did they clash? Write a plan to align them better next week, like, I'll replace doubt with affirmations and take one bold step. Research from the University of Michigan shows that self-reflection enhances goal-directed behavior. The mystics would say you're polishing the mirror of your soul. Alignment is the force that makes your subconscious unstoppable. Right now, it's reading the signals you send. Are they a scattered mess or a unified symphony? The alignment triad and audit are your tools to create harmony. Use them and watch your reality bend to your will. In the next chapter, we'll explore the power of momentum, how small, consistent steps build an unstoppable force that carries your dreams to fruition. You're not just a force, you're a tidal wave. Hit that like button if you're ready to align your being and subscribe to keep this journey alive. Your destiny is calling and you're answering with every step. Chapter 9, The Power of Momentum. You've pierced the illusion, tuned your emotions, set intentions, rewritten beliefs, painted visions, pulsed with gratitude, surrendered to the flow, and aligned your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You're no longer just a dreamer, you're a creator, wielding the Forbidden Manuscript secrets with precision and power. Now we're entering a dynamic force that turns your efforts into an unstoppable wave, the power of momentum. This is the art of building small, consistent steps into a tidal force that carries your dreams to reality. Momentum isn't about grand leaps. It's about the relentless rhythm of action, the steady drumbeat that transforms your subconscious into a juggernaut of manifestation. Are you ready to ride this wave? Let's surge forward. Picture your life as a boulder at the top of a hill. At first it's heavy, unmoving, stuck in the weight of old habits and doubts. But with one small push, a single action, a tiny choice, the boulder begins to roll. Each push adds speed, each step builds force, until the boulder thunders down the hill, unstoppable. That's momentum. Your subconscious thrives on it, reading every consistent action as a signal to double down on your vision. When you show up daily, even in small ways, you're not just moving toward your goals, you're reprogramming your mind to believe they're inevitable. Momentum turns dreams from someday to today. Science backs this up. Behavioral psychology shows that small, repeated actions create what's called a habit loop. Cue, routine, reward. A 2022 study from the University of Southern California found that consistent small actions, like writing for 10 minutes daily or exercising for 5, rewire the brain's basal ganglia, the region tied to habit formation, making new behaviors feel automatic. This is why momentum is so powerful. It shifts your subconscious from resistance to flow, turning effort into instinct. The ancients knew this intuitively. In the Confucian tradition, Lai ritual practice teaches that small, disciplined actions align you with the universe's order. The Forbidden Manuscript merges these truths. Momentum is the rhythm that makes your subconscious a co-creator, building your reality one step at a time. Let's make this real with a story. Meet Priya, a single parent who dreamed of becoming a fitness coach but felt overwhelmed by her busy life. She thought big changes required big moves, but time and energy were scarce. Then she found a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in a self-help book, emphasizing the power of small, consistent steps. Priya started modestly. 5 minutes of exercise daily, a quick gratitude note, and one social media post about fitness. At first, it felt insignificant, but over months, those actions built momentum. She gained confidence, attracted clients, and earned her coaching certification. Within 2 years, she was running a thriving online business. Momentum didn't just change her schedule, it transformed her subconscious, making success feel like her natural state. You are Priya. Your dreams might feel like that boulder, heavy, distant, daunting, but the Forbidden Manuscript teaches that momentum doesn't need big pushes, it needs steady ones. Every small action you take, writing a sentence, making a call, practicing a ritual, sends a signal to your subconscious. This is who I am, this is where I'm going. Over time, those signals compound, like ripples becoming a wave. The key is consistency, not perfection. Even on days when you stumble, the smallest step keeps the boulder rolling. Let's make this practical with your 8th exercise, the Momentum Builder practice. This is a 10-minute daily ritual to create a steady rhythm of action, programming your subconscious for unstoppable progress. Here's how it works. Choose one small action. Pick one tiny, doable action tied to your intention from Chapter 3. If your goal is a new career, it could be reading one industry article. If it's health, maybe 5 minutes of stretching. Make it so small it's impossible to skip. Think ridiculously easy. Write it down. Today I will action to move toward intention. Set a cue. Link your action to a specific trigger in your day, like brushing your teeth or drinking your morning coffee. This creates a habit loop, signaling your subconscious to act. For example, after my coffee, I'll read one article. Act with intention. Do the action mindfully, connecting it to your vision. As you read that article, feel the excitement of your future career. As you stretch, sense your body growing stronger. This infuses the action with emotional energy, making it stick in your subconscious. Celebrate the win. After completing the action, pause to acknowledge it. Say to yourself, I did it. I'm building my future. Feel a spark of pride or joy. Research from Harvard shows that celebrating small wins boosts dopamine, reinforcing the habit. Track the streak. Use a notebook or app to mark each day you complete the action. Seeing the streak grow, day 1, day 2, day 3, creates a visual cue for your subconscious, proving your commitment. Aim for 30 days to solidify the habit. Do this daily, starting with one action. Once it feels automatic, add another. Over time, these small steps build a rhythm that your subconscious can't ignore. A 2019 study in behavioral brain research found that consistent micro-actions strengthen neural pathways faster than sporadic big efforts, making momentum a science of success. The mystics would call this walking the path, where each step aligns you with your destiny. Resistance will show up. Life gets busy, and that inner voice might whisper, this is too small to matter, or you might miss a day and feel like giving up. Don't. Momentum isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. If you skip a day, start again. The Zen proverb says, fall 7 times, stand up 8. Each step, no matter how small, keeps the boulder moving. Over time, your subconscious rewires to see action as your default, not procrastination. Momentum's power ripples outward. When you build a streak, you inspire others. Think of J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter in stolen moments at a cafe, building momentum through daily words, despite rejection and hardship. Her consistency didn't just create a book, it sparked a global phenomenon. Or consider the Vedic concept of tapas, disciplined effort that generates inner heat. Your momentum doesn't just shape your reality, it lights a fire that others feel. For a deeper practice, try the momentum map once a month. Spend 20 minutes mapping your progress. Write down your small actions from the past 30 days and note any changes, new opportunities, shifts in mindset, or unexpected wins. Then plan your next month's actions, slightly increasing the challenge, like adding a second small step. Research from the University of Chicago shows that tracking progress boosts motivation by activating the brain's goal-setting regions. The mystics would say you're charting the stars of your soul's journey. Momentum is the force that makes your subconscious relentless. Right now, it's watching your actions, reading your consistency. Are you sending scattered signals or a steady rhythm? The Momentum Builder practice and Momentum Map are your tools to create an unstoppable flow. Use them and watch your dreams gain speed. In the next chapter, We'll uncover the art of intuition, how to tap into your subconscious's inner compass to guide your path with uncanny precision. You're not just a tidal wave, you're a navigator of destiny. Hit that like button if you're ready to build momentum, and subscribe to keep this journey alive. Your future is rolling toward you, and you're the one pushing it. Chapter 10, The Art of Intuition. You've shattered the illusion, tuned your emotions, set intentions, rewritten beliefs, painted visions, pulsed with gratitude, surrendered to the flow, aligned your being, and built unstoppable momentum. You're no longer just wielding the Forbidden Manuscript's secrets, you're living them, sculpting your reality with the precision of a master. Now, we're stepping into the final chamber, a sacred space where the deepest wisdom resides, the art of intuition. This is your subconscious's inner compass, a silent guide that speaks in whispers, nudging you toward your highest path. Intuition isn't just a gut feeling, it's the voice of your soul, the bridge between your conscious mind and the infinite intelligence of the universe. Are you ready to listen and navigate your destiny with uncanny clarity? Let's step into the stillness. Imagine your subconscious as a vast starry sky, each star a spark of knowing connected to a cosmic web of wisdom. Your conscious mind is like a telescope, focused on the immediate, the logical, the known. But intuition? It's the ability to see the whole sky, to sense patterns and possibilities beyond what logic can grasp. When you tap into intuition, you're not just guessing, you're accessing a deeper intelligence, one that knows the path before you see it. The Forbidden Manuscript teaches that intuition is your subconscious's direct line to the universe, guiding you when maps fail and lighting the way when plans falter. Science is beginning to unravel this mystery. Neuroscience shows that intuition arises from the brain's right hemisphere, which processes patterns, emotions, and holistic insights. Unlike the left hemisphere's linear logic, a 2023 study from the Max Planck Institute found that intuitive decisions often outperform analytical ones in complex, uncertain situations because the subconscious integrates vast amounts of data, memories, sensations, patterns, faster than conscious thought. The ancients revered this as divine guidance. In the Taoist tradition, intuition is called Ji, the inner knowing that aligns you with the Tao, the flow of existence. The Forbidden Manuscript weaves these truths together. Intuition is your subconscious's way of speaking, guiding you to act when logic alone isn't enough. Let's bring this to life with a story. Meet Liam, a tech entrepreneur who faced a crossroads: stay in a stable corporate job or launch his startup. Logic told him to play it safe. Steady paycheck, predictable path. But a quiet voice, a gut feeling, kept nudging him toward the unknown. He stumbled across a fragment of this manuscript's wisdom in a meditation app, urging him to trust his intuition. Liam started listening, noticing how certain ideas sparked excitement while others felt heavy. He followed the sparks, quitting his job to build his company. Within a year, his startup gained traction, landing investors he'd never have met if he'd ignored that inner voice. Intuition didn't just guide Liam, it led him to a life aligned with his purpose. You are Liam. Your subconscious is speaking to you right now through feelings, hunches, and subtle nudges. Maybe it's a pull toward a new career, a sense that a relationship needs attention, or a spark of inspiration you can't explain. The problem? Most of us drown out intuition with noise, overthinking, doubt, or the clamor of daily life. The Forbidden Manuscript teaches that intuition thrives in stillness, in the space between thoughts. When you quiet the mind and listen, your subconscious becomes a compass, guiding you with precision no plan can match. Let's make this practical with your 9th exercise, the Intuition Whisper Practice. This is a 15-minute daily ritual to tune into your subconscious's guidance and navigate your path with clarity. Here's how it works. Create stillness. Find a quiet space, free from distractions. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and take 7 deep breaths, imagining each exhale as a wave washing away mental noise. Feel your body soften, your mind open, like a lake settling into stillness. Ask a question. Focus on a decision or goal tied to your intention from Chapter 3. Ask a clear, open-ended question like, what is my next step toward your goal? Or what do I need to know right now? Hold the question gently without forcing an answer. Listen for the whisper. Let your mind relax, as if you're waiting for a star to appear in the night sky. Notice any sensations, tingling, warmth, a sense of lightness. Pay attention to images, words, or feelings that arise. They might be subtle, a fleeting thought, a gut feeling, a sudden clarity. Trust the first thing that comes, even if it feels illogical. And actually the insight. Write down what you sensed, no matter how small. It could be a phrase, an image, or just a feeling. Don't judge it. Your subconscious speaks in symbols, not spreadsheets. For example, you might write, I saw a green light, felt calm, and heard take the leap. Act on the nudge. Take one small action inspired by your intuition. If you sensed, reach out to someone, send a message. If it was rest, take a break. Action honors the whisper, telling your subconscious you're listening. Research from the University of Amsterdam shows that acting on intuitive insights strengthens trust in your inner guidance over time. Practice this daily, ideally in the morning or evening when your mind is quiet. Over time, your intuition will grow louder, clearer, like a radio tuning to a strong signal. A 2021 study in psychological science found that mindfulness practices like this one enhance intuitive decision-making by reducing cognitive noise. The mystics would call this hearing the voice of the divine. A direct line to universal wisdom. Resistance will creep in. Your logical mind might scoff, "This is just imagination." Or fear might block the signal. When this happens, return to stillness. Breathe. Ask again. The Native American shamans taught that intuition speaks in the space between breaths. Find that space, and the whisper will come. The Upanishads say, the self is not known through reasoning but through inner vision. Trust your inner vision, even when it defies logic. Intuition's power extends beyond you. When you act on it, you align with the universe's flow, inspiring others. Think of Steve Jobs, who followed his intuition to blend technology and art, creating products that reshaped the world. Or consider the ancient oracles of Delphi, whose intuitive visions guided entire civilizations. Your intuition doesn't just navigate your path, it lights the way for others, like a beacon in the dark. For a deeper practice, try the Intuition Journal once a week. Spend 20 minutes reflecting on moments you followed your intuition and what happened. Write down any hunches you ignored and why. Then, set an intention to trust one intuitive nudge that week, no matter how small. Research from the University of California, Berkeley shows that journaling about intuitive experiences enhances self-trust and decision-making. The mystics would say you're mapping the stars of your soul's guidance. Intuition is your subconscious's compass, guiding you through the fog of life. Right now, it's whispering, pointing to your highest path. Are you listening or drowning it out? The Intuition Whisper practice and journal are your tools to tune in. Use them and watch your life unfold with precision and grace. This is the final chapter, but not the end. The Forbidden Manuscript is yours now, a living guide to command your subconscious and shape your reality. Revisit these practices: the mental audit, vibration shift, intention blueprint, belief rewrite, vision alchemy, gratitude pulse, surrender flow, alignment triad, momentum builder, and intuition whisper. They're your tools to become the hero of your story, the creator of your universe. Hit that like button to declare you're ready to live this truth, and subscribe to keep this journey alive. Your life is a masterpiece, and you're writing it now.